Okay, where's my three?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Three of Cups here.
Hi.
Woo, Sherry.
Lora Hypnosis.
And Donika.
Yes.
And today is a special day because it's
Halloween.
Halloween. So we wanted to get together and talk about Halloween and its significance. You had that great story that you were talking about at the with the Halloween fair.
Oh yeah. So since I'm from Bulgaria, we don't celebrate Halloweens, but you know it's an interesting holiday to look at. And since we live here, we are here for 8 years, I observed how diverse the families are. A mom is dressed as a fairy and the dad is like a dinosaur. They have these zombie kids and it was hilarious. So for me it was very nice to just see the diverse families together. And it was like, why not in real life we just be so weird and different and still be a family? So that was very interesting for me.
It's so good. And families can be scary too.
Yeah. And yes, kids can be zombies. Yes.
And then parents turn into zombies as well after a while, right?
So that was interesting.
Okay. And then is there like a tarot significance to Halloween or?
Ooh, well, overall, I want to relate it back to energy at the end of the day, because as we have heard many times that the veil is thin this time of year. And what tarot cards do is they're picking up on the energies that we're surrounded with. So there's so many fun ways that this can be interpreted, and finding the nuance of what the significance is for us individually, it can go so many different directions. There's so many spirits active. There's so many, I don't want to say crazy people active, but at the same time, it stirs up a lot of intense things that people sometimes struggle to navigate.
And we're coming off of a huge full moon that was in
Yes.
Taurus, and I know that had a big effect on a lot of people as well. And and also the veil between the worlds is thinner as well. And so this is traditionally an opportunity for us to be able to reach out to our loved ones who are within our grasp, but we can't see. And so it's an opportunity to really sort of just reach out to them as well.
Yeah. And I notice even people that don't believe in these things are very open, even if it's just as a play and dress up. I don't know, you already said all the events are popping up and you're getting busier and busier, and people are really like, ooh, I want to learn more about tarot readings. It's like in August you don't think about it. It's like just put the flip-flops. But October and November, and spiritual. So that was very interesting for me. So I guess the veil is acting on everybody. It's even if you don't believe in it, it's like, oh, it's just a play. I don't believe in it, but I just a play. And then, oh, I bought a new tarot card deck. Congratulations! So don't be ashamed. It's everybody. It's
And
good.
there's also, I think also the way St. Petersburg, Florida celebrates is very unique. Because I came from San Francisco, Bay Area, California, and I mean, we acknowledge it, but man, this town really gets into it. I mean, lanterns
it's a
being
big
up,
thing.
parties everywhere. We went to the...
But do you know what you're celebrating?
Yeah.
My question is, do you know what you're celebrating?
Oh, yes.
Do you know what you're? Do you know what yourself? Do you know?
I'm not from here.
That's an excuse. That's not an excuse.
Yeah. Well, I would love to share a little bit of some mild history knowledge on where origins of Halloween comes from.
Okay.
So Halloween, more or less, and what we know it to be, comes from Samhain, which is originated in Ireland. So even to this day, Ireland kind of blows it out of the water with how they work with it. But a lot of it comes from these pagan traditions that work with energies and spirits. And so I love that at this point in time, we're in a hot spot. St. Pete is a hot spot for spiritual activity.
Yep.
And so being able to tap into that, and there's so many people in this spiritual field and community here that are activating and waking up more and more. So I think naturally the part of the celebration that comes forward to mind with me at least is that we are all collectively gaining more of an understanding that the spirits are to be celebrated, to tap in and connect and to recognize the spirit realm that's beyond the physical realm. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing to be able to party and just
and not
recognize.
be scared of.
I think it might also be interesting just to take a moment and have some intention around your costume. I mean, I think a lot of people, they dress up and they have fun, but is there an aspect of your costume that's actually reflecting a part of yourself that maybe doesn't, like, you talk about the dinosaur and the dinosaur and
The zombies
and the zombie
cheerleaders.
children, like, is there some
the fairies.
is there some truth to the fact that our children are zombie-like? Is there? I mean,
Well,
I know,
yes.
right?
Yes.
What's the mirror being
My-
What's the
reflected?
mirror being
So
reflected?
the mirror of my house is 9 years old devil, and 6 years old kind of a demon. And I was thinking to dress up as a witch as every year because you just put the hat and it's who you are,
Yeah.
right, moms? But then I said this year I will just be fancy Mexican and I'll do all the dress up and the makeup. So stay tuned for pictures.
And what part of what does that reflect in you?
I think empowerment. I always see Latin culture as very feminine, empowered. So
Okay.
I'm kind of stepping into this, like, just have fun. Even if it's not part of my culture, I want to just be part of it. Celebrate with you guys.
Do you have
With you.
do you have a costume you're wearing tonight?
I'm wearing a costume every day.
That's a good point. Boo.
Yeah, the advantage of doing tarot readings and psychic work as a professional is that I have a really wonderful wardrobe that plays that part all the time. So to other people, it might feel like it's a costume, but it is more or less me every
Your
day.
life. Well, that's fun.
I always like dressing up as one of the people from the Next Generation Star Trek. That I'm a geek, I'm a nerd, but
Okay. Any
You love
questions
working with
about
the
stars? Sherry?
I feel like the Next Generation was a brilliant show that really predicted so much. All of Star Trek predicted so much of what we're experiencing now. So that's one of my favorite costumes. So, all right. So I think we want to say, are you good? Is there anything else you want to say before we hand off and wish everybody a happy holiday, a happy Halloween?
Be careful with the candies and be mindful about the kids and just have fun all year round, not only when you are able to put a costume on.
I love that. Yeah, being able to tap into the spirits again right now at this time of year, connect and find your own intentions of what you're trying to manifest, what you're trying to envision for yourself moving forward, especially as we get closer to the winter season and then to the new year. Right now is a wonderful time to just be more mindful of our intentions right now, what we're trying to cultivate for ourselves.
Yeah. And stay in touch with us because we're going to be having a lot of really wonderful events that we want you to come and celebrate being yourself and your gifts. And that's
Ooh,
always.
and if you don't know where to start, Psychic Social Club.
Right.
We're doing it every month. It's getting bigger and bigger.
It is.
It's very interesting. I know we're not very vocal right now, but just take a look.
Yeah, I
See
think
the
the next
dates.
one is December 13th.
No,
November.
November
13th. November 15th. It's a Wednesday.
Right,
Go
the
to
web-
follow us on Instagram and Facebook,
Right.
and you'll be able to find details for all of our events that are upcoming. And we love connecting with all of you and
Yes.
expanding the spiritual network and community that we're all trying to just uplift all together.
Yeah. Any questions are welcome. See you next month.
Bye. Okay, go.